Live in the lighthouse.
Okay, so I got more juice.
Huh?
I got more juice. It's
How'd you get more juice?
because I turn on the side.
You turn on what?
I turn it on the side instead.
I don't understand.
I'm still learning.
Okay.
So I can merge both videos.
Did you guys go to the other side, or did you just come in here? You went to the side?
One good question, boss.
Of course.
What is the significance of the beds being in here other than the obvious?
Oh, well.
What do you mean? Like, who would stay in this and sleep in here?
Oh, so the family would sleep here. So
The family? What do you mean? The people who run the lighthouse?
yeah, so at the start, we didn't have a road in here until World War II. So this position here was a full-time position. You'd be here
Really?
365.
A literal family.
Yep. So starting out, we had a family named the Wares come in here. Emmanuel Ware came in 1836 and stayed till 1846. He passed away then. He's buried in Blackhead. You
Wow.
guys driven in
Well, yeah,
past it?
I
Yeah.
seen that.
saw
I
it.
seen
Yeah.
that. Not the.
Yeah,
not
no, the
night-
graveyard. Yeah, I know. I got you.
No, that's fine. No, that's amazing.
And so then a family by the name of the Cantwells moved in. They stayed from 1846 up until they made that lighthouse completely automated. So
And how?
in 1997 that was completely automated. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the colonial government would pay them to be here?
It wasn't actually the colonial government. At the start, Newfoundland, we used to be our own country before we joined Canada.
Right.
The British first came here, and then we managed to get conservatorship over our own country.
Of
so
course.
we didn't do great with that, though. So the
No.
British came back in and stepped in. So when we became our own country, we built lighthouses. That was one of the very first project we had in Newfoundland in 1836. So this lighthouse was built by the Newfoundland government, and the person this would be like a real government job. Like this they
Wow.
get paid around 95 pounds sterling, which translates to 100,000 Canadian a year.
100,000.
Yeah.
We should have been born in the 1830s.
Yeah, so when they moved out here, they'd get coal stipends and stipends for food
What
and
is
stuff.
what does that mean?
Like the government would give
Stipends.
them money for food too, like on top of what they got paid already.
Wow.
So-
And how big would a family get in here? I guess
The first family, as you guys went upstairs, we only gave them 2 sons, a wife, and a lighthouse assistant because we don't have a ton of information. But when the Cantwells moved in 1846, we have a lot of information about their family. So when they first moved in, they had 5 kids when they moved in, and then they had 6 more when they got settled. So they had 11 kids while they were here.
Oh wow.
So,
Holy
but by the
smokes.
time the kids got the last one was coming along, the first one would probably be getting ready to go to boarding school. Because boarding school is like where they get more education. Because like there was no like a teacher
No
would hike in
school.
occasionally from a community called like Blackhead, and she'd stay for a couple nights and teach the kids a week, and then hike back.
Wow.
So the big thing is they got more education when they went into like St.
Obviously.
John's.
Yeah.
And they'd
Wow.
only get supplies twice a year. So they'd get supplies before winter and after winter. And that was
Wow.
it.
And is there any history of them ever, like this place being almost destroyed by storms?
Yeah, actually there is. In 1846, the roof actually blew off.
Wow.
So when you guys were upstairs, you may have seen little triangles in the corner with metal posts coming down.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
I
it.
know.
I didn't recognize
But up there, that's roof anchors that they installed in 1846 to keep the roof on. Because it wasn't like the
it.
roof
Who
was
would have,
shoddily
who would
put
have
on.
repaired it? Just
Them, the
just
family.
them?
The family would have
Oh my
to do
gosh.
it. Like,
So they had
like-
to know construction and
Yeah, it
how
was
to
really
be
when you're out here.
self-sufficient.
Yeah, it's like you're
Oh,
completely.
you're
you have
going to
to
do it
yeah.
intuitively because you don't have any. This isn't.
Yeah.
There's no St. John's School of Carpentry.
No.
So are these their
These would be called like oil slickers almost. That's what kind of the name to them.
Oh.
They'd wear these when they were forced to go outside. Because in the winter and stuff, the light would get sea spray on it, and condensation would freeze outside of it and on the inside.
so the oil breaks that.
Yeah, so they go out wearing these with these hats on the roof up there.
That's what they call oilskin pants.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. So they'd go out there with them on, and they'd be mopping them down, chipping away ice, whatever they needed to do to make sure that light stayed visible.
And how did they supply themselves? You guys would give, not you guys, but you know.
Yeah,
what I mean.
yeah.
The government themselves would give them enough. I noticed all the barrels and all
Yeah,
that up
so
there.
they give them enough for the winter, and like they'd also have a small root garden here. Like you wouldn't be able to have a greenhouse or anything.
What type would they have any sources of protein, like meats?
Yes, they
of any
would
kind?
have meats. They would have meats. Yeah, they would have a lot of salt meat. So
Of
like
course.
meats preserved with salt water, and it's like extremely salty because it's so salty that there wouldn't be any.
And where would they have any form of where would they bathe other than the maybe here, maybe in the summertime?
They'd bathe. There was no running water here, so they get buckets of water and fill up.
Just from the ocean?
Nope, from the well. They'd have a well down here.
I was going to say, I didn't see any wells around here, so.
But they have a well down there that they'd fill up with hot water with, and then, they just...
And so on and so forth. Wow. Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name's Adrian.
Adrian, great to meet you, Adrian.
Nice to meet you
You're
guys.
on my wife's YouTube channel, so
Cool.
great. You're going to be famous. There you go.
Let's hope.
No. Yeah, it's awesome. You're very informative.
I'm glad.
You're a wealth of information. I'm glad you actually know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's part of the job kind of thing. When they hired me on, it was like a big thing. You got to learn all the stuff.
No, I mean, you could have been just a guy taking tickets and go, well, I don't know what to tell you. No, that's awesome. Good for you.
Awesome.
You really sound passionate about it, so it's
Thanks.
good.
Yeah.
Be proud of your province. We're from Ontario, but I mean, everyone's proud of their place where they live. But in reality, this is our first time in Newfoundland. Period.
Yeah.
So breathtaking, my
And
friend.
the history
we
is
have some
very
good
rich.
views. It's not.
It's not just good views. There's way more than that. I mean,
Yeah, no.
I don't know if you yourself have gone all over the entire
I
province.
have. I go to Toronto about. I also go to Toronto once a semester for school.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I just visit my friends who go to school up there.
Oh,
You guys,
okay,
but I
nice.
have to say I do like Toronto a lot
Yeah.
too. You guys have you guys have a lot more food too. That's like my favorite thing about
Well,
it. You guys
it's
have
funny.
so much stuff.
It's funny you
like-
mentioned about food because one of the first things I noticed because I'm a big protein guy.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
first thing I noticed is like, where's all the beef? There's no beef.
We're not. We have the grocery stores.
No, they do. But I mean, like when you go to restaurants,
Oh, yeah.
it's not a thing. I was
Yeah,
like,
no.
open up one menu. I was like, there's not a single thing on beef. And she goes, mostly we either have moose, fish, obviously fish. Yeah, I was like, no, it's not. It's just there's not a very around for what I was informed. I mean, you would know better than I would. Most of your cattle farms, if there are any, are around the St. John area.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of cattle farms here. Most of it's imported.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly with seafood. We get a nice bit of moose too, but you can't really like breed them. It's mostly hunting.
No,
moose, so.
obviously, yeah.
Yeah,
that's great.
but I think on the tour when we went down to, where was it? In St. Anthony? Is that where we did a tour? No, not
What
St.
tour?
Anthony.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The tour for
Tour
the
of what?
fjords. Oh, Rocky Harbor.
No, that was Rocky Harbor.
Yeah, and they said that I think in Canada or in Newfoundland per se, there's the moose exists more in terms of population.
Oh,
2
per square
moose
mile
per
is
square
way more.
kilometer, which means that's awesome.
Yeah, no. We actually moose aren't native to Newfoundland.
No, they're not.
They were brought in. Yeah.
But they populate somehow
yeah.
in
They
order
really
for you
do.
guys to have so many.
Yeah, but the thing is about here is there's no real big predators here for them except for a bear, and we only have black bear
Oh,
here.
so they
it's
live.
like- they live well. And we don't have wolves, so they don't
Really?
Yep, we only have bears, and that's about it. And us. Forget
Yeah,
moose,
there's no coyotes or.
Oh, we have coyotes, but they're not big enough to take on moose.
Yeah, no. That's for sure.
We have a lot of coyotes here around on the, not so much in St. John's, but the more you go towards the west coast, the more coyotes and stuff we have.
Yeah. Well, that's what they showed a lot of the. But yeah, I took that for granted. I never thought about that because obviously unless someone bred them here.
Yeah.
And then you get watch yourself, honey. I think someone's coming. Thought I heard somebody coming.
Yeah.
But anyway, we don't want to talk here. Great to meet you.
Oh no, I'm
What's your
happy.
name
I'm
again?
here. My name's Adrian. I'm here
Adrian.
a ton. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm
All
happy
right.
to talk for a while.
All right, it's okay. Well,
awesome.
we got to go because we're going to the French Islands.
Oh, nice.
Yes, we're gonna jump on the ferry there in Fortune tomorrow, and
That's pretty
away we go.
deadly,
We got to ride out.
Yeah, Newfoundland doesn't have a lot of predators. Labrador does. Labrador's got.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we have polar bears come down sometimes from St. Anthony.
Yeah, they were
down
showing us,
there, yeah.
and I never would have believed that until I actually
I
talked to
know.
a local, and there's like, because I made a joke, we were leaving our hotel, and she was throwing a bunch of big garbage bags into this bin with no lock on it, right? And I said, my gosh, you must have a lot of, I bet you around here you got a lot of black bear. And she's like, no, not that bear. She just said, mostly polar bears. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. She goes, I'm serious.
Yeah,
And she was like, no, there's no come on. And then as I thought about it for a second, she goes, yeah, when the ice freezes over, they come over from Labrador looking for the seals, and they come, and then they end up on the land.
Yep.
And they do. I was like,
So do they attack the moose?
Oh yeah, polar bears will go after anything they can find.
Yeah.
The big thing with polar bears, they're not omnivores, they're only carnivores. So
They
like,
need to eat meat.
Yeah, no. So like they're like brown bears see people as like give food and like try and stay away. They just they don't think that. For
Yeah.
polar bears are only if they see something move, it's like that's weird.
I wonder how often during the season that a polar bear would take down a moose.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
like, have you
It's
ever heard of
really,
something in the news
yeah,
or
no, they
something?
definitely have.
Oh, I
know.
guarantee
Because
it.
both of them
Nature.
are fast. So
Oh,
moose,
yeah.
moose is fast,
Yeah.
but polar bear, they seem to be able
Yeah,
to
no,
run
they're
really
pretty
fast.
good. Yeah, no. They
Wow.
also blend in well too with the white.
Well, my wife
yeah.
was blessed. I've seen many a moose. I drive truck for a living. So
Oh, cool, yeah,
my
no.
wife was blessed to see her first moose. Literally, we were running up just towards St. Anthony, about half an hour south of it,
Yeah, no.
and she was on the back of my bike. And I've told the story several times since I've been here. And she was like taking a little nap. I didn't know she was sleeping, and I had to look
Yeah.
up, and sure, there's a big bull moose just literally just trotting beside
Yeah.
my bike, maybe from as far as from here to those people, a little bit further.
Yeah, no, they're
and I was like,
certainly
Michelle, she's
something.
like, what? Oh my gosh, she yells, it's as big as a horse.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
they're
they're
huge.
Huge.
With the rack, they're I think they stand about 6 foot tall,
Yeah.
about where your height is.
Yeah.
But the rack, I think they're like 11 feet, 10
Yeah,
feet.
no,
with a
some
full
get
rack.
even bigger.
Really?
Yeah, 6 foot.
Oh,
like,
really?
There's some that are like 8 feet, 9 feet
Oh
tall
my
in terms
gosh.
of like,
Wow.
You gotta tame that
big
bad boy,
ones,
put a
yeah.
saddle on it.
Yeah, no.
Great to meet you,
Maybe
Adrian.
that one was probably because on the bike it looked.
Yeah,
really
it was huge, but
Yeah, no.
we'll
most
never
of
know.
them- but like I think most of them are like 6 feet to like 6'5", I think, in terms of like height.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
like,
yeah. And the reason
you
I
always
even
get those big exceptions.
Oh
though.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
wow, wow.
Let's make our way.
And they're just what is it?
Herbivores.
Yeah, they're
Herbivores.
herbivores
Yeah, yeah.
only. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, wow. And they look really strong and healthy.
Oh,
Yeah,
you-
no.
But I
you see
guess the
size of their
grassland
legs?
and everything that they have, because there's a lot of forestry and stuff.
Yeah,
they
no,
have a lot
yeah.
to eat.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on our way. Great
Yeah.
to meet
Well,
you, Adrian.
guys,
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Yes.
Take care.
Any
Bye.
questions or anything?
Yes, I'm gonna do the questions here.
Yeah.
Guys, that's a lot of information.
Oh, we got a ship. Got a sea tainer ship there with a. Yep. There's getting ready to truck out to the Atlantic. We got all the containers. We can see the sea tainers from here.
And if you want
Then
to
go
chill and look at the view, you can sit in your chairs, grandfather chairs. But we won't do
Well,
that.
I'm gonna actually. You know what? You just said it. Go sit down. I'll
No,
take
it's
a
okay.
picture. No, sit down.
We
I'll
don't
take a
want-
picture of you.
It's okay, baby.
All right.
We're just looking at the sea container. What is it called?
That's a sea tainer ship. Those are all sea tainers. They're designed to be traveled through.
So people go that way. Why would they walk that way? Towards
I don't know. Oh, because maybe this goes around. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's nothing significant on the other side.
Yeah, we actually saw what we needed to see.
Yes, this is the end of our literal East Coast trip.
Yeah, we have done all around, and then we're gonna go to Fortune, and
Yes, we'll
Tonight?
literally say we're going to be in a new country tomorrow.
yeah. So today is actually Sunday, guys. So we're kind of like behind with the video, the recording. So thank you so much for joining us. It's been swell. It's been great, and here we are going down, trekking down back to the main area where we parked, way down there. So we have quite a bit of walking to do again, but down is always easier than going up. My quads don't really get affected. Actually, it was getting affected when we were in the what's it called, the Cabot Tower, but yeah, but it's okay. I'm learning new things, new terminologies and stuff, and I'm remembering it. So my brain is, I think it has something to do with the ocean. My brain is sharper when I'm near to the ocean. I know, you guys probably say nonsense. But anyway, as usual we say, let's keep it real. Ciao.
Bye.
Mhm.